Hi everybody, I'm Anya, co-founder and CEO of Visually, and in this demo, I'll walk you through the core capabilities of our testing and personalization platform, and how brands are using it to drive growth and profitability. Visually is a Shopify-native platform built for speed and scale, and we support some of the largest brands in the ecosystem. We are fully integrated with Shopify, Shopify Plus, and Hydrogen, and the entire Shopify ecosystem. Before we dive in, here is a quick overview of Visually's core capabilities. First, full funnel A/B testing. Today, testing is either code-heavy, painfully slow, or both. Visually flips that. Simply install Visually, and you are fully integrated to your Shopify stack. No extra steps required. And yes, it works with any theme, custom ones included. Use our AI visual editor for speed, or dive deep with code-level control. Visually makes it easy to move fast and go deep. You can test everything: inline modifications, content, themes, pricing, shipping threshold, third-party apps. We're even fully integrated to checkout extensibility. Track what matters, from conversion rate to AOV, profitability, returns, subscription rate, and more out of the box. You can rely on our Bayesian statistical significance engine to know what's actually working. This is how we enable continuous compounding optimization. The second core capability I want to expand on is personalization and segmentation. Leverage first-party data in real time to personalize for both identified and anonymous users. Build audiences with behavioral rules that update on the fly, powered by real-time user action and enriched with signals from your entire tech stack, from campaign source to user loyalty balance. Manage your audiences. Analyze audiences' behavioral, revenue impact, and trend over time. With the infrastructure and architecture to manage, personalize, and serve dynamic experiences at scale, Visually helps you to turn data into growth. Lastly, on our core capabilities is merchandising. Product discovery is where intent becomes revenue. We help make every placement count. Easily add personalized recs, upsells, and post-purchase offers, no dev time required. Choose from 12 algorithms, which include AI-powered ones, which you can then fine-tune with business rules. Analyze performance by placement and product, iterate fast, and scale what works. All fully testable with our native A/B testing engine. Let's dive in. So, how does Visually work? Once you install Visually, everything simply works. Visually scans your entire store and analyzes how it is built. Then it loads your store onto this visual editor. Now anything you have in your store becomes editable. This is Andy Swim mobile homepage. Now let's say that you want to test the call to action on your main homepage banner. You can simply hover, click on Edit Visually, and change anything with absolutely no code. You can now hover on any section you have in your store, big or small, and decide to move or replace it, or remove it entirely, or add anything on top or below, like this. Any changes you'll make would be listed here, and you can enable and disable them as you wish. Here, you can switch from mobile to desktop, and here you will have all of your store's pages ready for you, so you can decide which page you want to focus on at the moment. You can also choose to focus on a subset of pages. Let's say all pages that are not final clearance. Visually is deeply integrated to your catalog, so you can leverage deep targeting. Visually does not only control pages, it also controls cart drawers, navigations, third-party apps, and checkout extensibility. You can also choose to use different triggers. The default is page load, but you have everything from timed to element appearing, and even subscribing to a list through Klaviyo. Now you can choose which users you want to target. By default, it's all users, and we'll dive deeper into more options when we talk about personalization and segmentation. But what if you prefer working with code? You can hover and modify the code: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You can also add a custom component from scratch and see how it affects your store in real time. You can also add a new component and customize it to match your brand with no code. Just hover and click on plus. We have many pre-built components you can add, from product recs to upsells, videos, social proofs. We'll touch on some of those today. But we'll start with quick navigation. Now you can simply add content, apparel, and then you can customize it to match your brand and the context of the page. Your fonts will be loaded upon installation, and you can control every single pixel. Visually replicate CSS so that you can fully customize any component without needing to code. This is a simple example, but this capability applies also to more advanced sections like upsells. Next, let me show you how you can test to understand the impact of adding this quick navigation to your homepage. Simply name your experience, You can preview to make sure it looks amazing on your desktop or mobile device. And now you can decide how many variations you want to run, what percentage you want to allocate to each variation, and what will be your goals. We have everything from simple things like conversion rate and AOV to more advanced like profitability, returns, and subscription rate all out of the box. Your main goal would be the one that will be reflected when it comes to statistical significance. But don't worry, you can change it later. You can also send all that data to your Google Analytics. We're automatically integrated. The only thing you need to do is to set up 2 custom dimensions so we can populate them. You can also schedule your experience with these. Visually also offers full theme testing as well as redirect testing. You can simply choose which themes you want to test. We recommend using these types of tests only when necessary to avoid redirects. With theme testing, the first theme starts loading and then stops, then redirects it to the next theme. With Visually's default method of testing, the change happens hundreds of times faster, which prevents from any impact on your site speed. Shopify Plus brands can also leverage our price and shipping threshold testing. You can decide to test on a specific market as Visually is integrated to Shopify markets. Simply configure the price adjustment you want to run manually or by a specific rule. And our customer success team will ensure every edge case, bundles, subscriptions, discounts, and more is handled properly. Once you start running a test, this is how your results will look like. For each variation, you will be able to see what was the lift or the decrease. That's why we test, right? To learn. You'll also be able to view the trend over time so that if something fluctuates, you can understand why. We have a Bayesian statistical engine helping you decide, and it will notify how long it will take to get to stat sig based on current results, as well as when the results are statistically significant. You can analyze by sessions versus users, new versus returning, mobile versus desktop, and all your traffic sources. You can also export your data for further investigation, or analyze in more depth using our integration to session recording tools. If you have product recommendations, upsells, or post-purchase upsells running through Visually, as part of your experience, you'll be able to analyze and see which items were actually bought or refunded. You can also add custom goals to facilitate case-specific goals like clicks on a navigational element. You can also observe the aggregated and adjusted impact of your tests on your bottom line, so that if a test added a 14% in possession value, but the impact is only on 50% of your revenue because it's, let's say, only on mobile, you can account for that lift correctly. Next, we will dive deeper into personalization. As previously mentioned, here you can decide which audiences you want to target. The default is going to be all users. You can also choose to focus on users coming in from a specific campaign, as we have an official integration with Meta, or any one of those predefined audiences. And you can also leverage Shopify tags that will be loaded here upon installation. But I think that the most exciting part is that you can create audiences based on what is right for your brand and users, and create audiences based on real-time and anonymous user behavior. This could be based on what a user added to their cart, what they've seen or purchased, which variants they've purchased in the past, or if they have a subscription in their cart or not. You can also use UTM's geolocation, as well as Shopify markets, or even target based on loyalty statuses. Let's say that here we would like to target all users who viewed the bikini collection and did not view the one piece collection. I'm going to quickly define the audience. Now we would like to modify the homepage banner to match the audience preferences, and maybe even add product recommendations of bikinis as Visually is automatically integrated to your catalog. Or add a promo code to get 10% off bikinis on cart only for users from that audience. You can even auto-apply a coupon code on checkout only for this subset of users. Then you can simply name it and decide if you want to run it on 100% or A/B test to make sure that it's generating the impact you're looking for. This is where you are going to manage your audiences. You'll be able to fully understand the revenue impact of each audience so that you can prioritize accordingly. You can also view which experiences are served to that specific audience, or analyze how their behavior differs from other audiences, or even see how they trend over time. Sorry, I can't show everything here because this is real data. Now, let's dive into how merchandising works with Visually by adding an upsell to your cart. Visually is automatically integrated to your catalog, so you can simply choose where you want to place your upsells, which layout you want to leverage. Don't worry, you can A/B test that also later. Choose how many items you want to show, and if you want to add reviews, we're automatically integrated to 99% of review providers on Shopify. And then you can customize the look and feel to make sure that it matches your brand with absolutely no code. You can also use CSS if you like to, but as you can see here, it's quite easy to make sure that it matches the context of the page or the cart drawer, the look and feel of your brand, whether it's call to actions, and so on. You even have a zoom feature you can leverage to make sure that your users can make a decision right here and there on the cart. Now we're going to decide on which strategy we're going to leverage. We're offering 12 different algorithms, starting from simple ones like new arrivals to more advanced like purchased with recently purchased to encourage the next purchase, and also ones that are leveraging AI. Today, we're going to use our advanced ruling. For example, for users that added a bikini, we can offer the matching bottom that is frequently bought together in the first lot. Only if it's on stock, of course, but we would also want to offer our new cover-ups, and we want them to be personalized based on the user behavior. So basically, personalized recommendation from a specific subset of a collection page. Finally, we would like to push our bag, which is a slow mover at the moment. So we are going to do that manually and choose the right image we want to use here. And like anything we do on Visually, you can A/B test anything you want here. From layout to strategy, you can literally create infinite iterations and upsells, all to make sure you're making the most out of this strategic part of your user journey. And of course, that applies to upselling on cart, but also on checkout, post-purchase, and even product pages. If you're running an A/B test, you'll be able to see which products are sold for each variation and which are leading profitability and returns. You can also view all your merchandising experiences in an aggregated view, allowing you to see the total impact of Visually's merchandising on your business, as well as analyze performance on an experience and product level. Finally, Visually runs with zero impact on site speed and no flickering, and your data fully protected. What you've seen today is just a glimpse of what Visually can do. Thanks for taking the time to see how we're transforming testing and personalization for Shopify brands. We would love to help you scale your data-driven growth. Start your free trial today or book a demo to see it in action.